Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome to the slumber party. So today I just got my coffee. Got some time to kill before I head out. Wanted to just do some exploring on Google Earth. See if we find anything. I've been doing some more reading also on Dismal Key. I found this book called The Phony Hermit. And I'm going to buy it and read it. It is about Al Seeley's story. Seeley was a literate 20th century man who dropped out of society to live as a hermit in the 10,000 Islands without the least preparation for it. This led to a series of adventures and misadventures in the wilderness that tickles your funny bone and keeps you on edge. Luckily for us, he wrote about his experience in the islands in the watery world surrounded by the elements. His family expected him to stay a week, and he stayed for 15 years. Why? How? Where? How can someone totally out of his element survive for 15 years to become a well-known hermit? Seeley answers the why and how and where in his book and tells it like it is. When you read this book, you will discover why Al Seeley considered himself to be a phony hermit and not a true hermit. The book is fresh, funny, often poetical, and makes you cringe because it is so brutally honest. Will readers enjoy it? Seeley's narrative is so compelling that you will want to read it straight through. Photographs of many of the scenes and details that he talks about have been added, which help complete your total experience. There are rare photos of his homes on the Three Keys, Brush, Panther, and Dismal. There are photos of Seeley's hermity friends, Foster Atkinson, Joe Dickman, and Nelson Barlow, and anecdotes from the people in his life. Al Seeley's art, a small but impressive collection of Al's artwork, has been brought together and published for the first time in full and living color. So yeah, I'm definitely going to buy it and read it. This is the first time, or yesterday when I made that video was the first time I'd learned about Dismal Key and the hermits that would go there in the 18 and 1900s. So let's go to Google Earth. We'll go to Dismal. So these people were just, if this is Dismal, right? Man-made island made thousands of years ago. Let's see if we can find the cistern. I saw a picture of a cistern on Dismal. It's crazy, the clarity. It's like we're there. Let's see if we can find anything. Let me know if you guys notice anything that I'm not seeing in the comments below. Coffee Spot Cove. Drinking my coffee right now. Gator Bay, must be some gators up in chat. Let's look at this. That'd be cool to travel down. It's honestly not that far from where I spend a lot of my time every day. I was gonna say, where's Alligator Alley? This is Alligator Alley. This must be 41. I'm guessing that goes all the way, yep. I didn't know 41 went this way. So that's where Everglades City is. Google. We get it, Google. We made this. Never even heard of these cities. Jerome. This stuff right here is what I have found super interesting. These plots, they must have been cut in preparation for development, I'm guessing. What do you guys think? Let's check out Jerome. A small unincorporated community in Collier County, Florida. It lies along State Road 29 north of Copeland and south of Deep Lake. Jerome housed the largest steam-powered lumber mill in American South until it burned down in 1956. Wow. All right. Is this Jerome? I mean, Jerome is an unincorporated city. Interesting. Okay. Copeland. I've heard of Copeland. An unincorporated community. Another one. It's beautiful. Oh, wow, look at that. Interesting, look at the holes. I've never even heard of this. An unincorporated community and census designated place at the edge. The population was 359 in 2010. Chokoloskee was inhabited by Native Americans for at least 1,500 years before European explorers first recorded visiting the island. It was briefly visited by Seminoles and the United States Army in the 1800s, and the current settlement can be traced back to 1874. Today, the isolated community's economy is largely based on boating and recreational boat fishing. I've lived in this area my whole life. Never heard of this place. Look at how small it is. The place must get flooded during storms. What is a census designated place? It is a concentration of population defined by the United States Census Bureau for statistical purposes only. What? Don't mind the baby. CDPs have been used in each decennial census since 1980 as the counterparts of incorporated places such as self-governing cities, towns, and villages for the purposes of gathering and correlating statistical data. CDPs are populated areas that generally include one officially designated but currently unincorporated community for which the CDP is named, plus surrounding inhabited countryside of varying dimensions and occasionally other smaller unincorporated communities as well. CDPs include small rural communities, edge cities, colonias located along the Mexico-United States border, and unincorporated resort and retirement communities and their environments. Interesting. And I realized we had unincorporated communities within the corporate communities. The boundaries of a CDP have no legal status and may not always correspond with the local understanding of the area or community with the same name. However, criteria established in the 2010 census require that a CDP name be one that is recognized and used in daily communication by the residents of the community, not a name developed solely for planning or other purposes, and recommend that a CDP's boundaries be mapped based on the geographic extent associated with inhabitants' regular use of the named place. Okay. They are really out there, you guys. I mean, just gonna say that they're out there. Another unincorporated community. It is located to the east of the intersection of US 41 and State Road 29 near Carnstown. The community is part of Naples Marco. Ochope got its name when a visitor to the general store asked the owner what the place was called. A native man was trading in the store that day, so the owner asked him the Seminole word for farm. The farmer replied, O-chop-e. Ochope began as a one-family tomato farming community in the early 1920s. James Gaunt bought 240 acres of land along US Highway 41 for $100 per acre and started with only army tents. A community called Ochope grew up around Gaunt's tomato farm. After the original post office burned down, the residents used an old storage shed to house mail, which became the smallest post office in the nation. It continues as an active post office and sometimes tourist attraction. You know what's funny about that is I remember being a kid driving through, I forget, somewhere on Long Island. But that's not the first time I've heard a town claim they have the smallest post office in the nation. Just interesting. The original farm settlement were gradually absorbed by the federal government as part of a movement to conserve the Everglades. A few small businesses remain along with the headquarters of Big Cypress National Preserve. Jeff Wichello, a native of the area, has written a book about his childhood called What Happened to Ochope. Interesting. I'll have to buy and read that. See if there's any other towns. So yeah. Just a quick little trip on Google Earth today, you guys. It's pretty cool how we got to learn about these unincorporated towns. And I'm going to take a trip out to some of them. I guess I'll have to go out to this exit and then take this road all the way down. Look at this road, though. That's 41, so I could take 41. That's what I'll do. Nothing out there anymore, though. Look at that. That seems really straight. What do we know about straight lines in nature, you guys? They don't exist. It's amazing the clarity, zooming in. So this is the only thing out here now, I guess. This headquarters, they said. Let's see if can I place myself down there? I can. Look at that. What? This is cool. Wow. So this Google van just drove through here one day and took this pic for us so we could do this. Pretty cool. So this is out there. There used to be a thriving town out here, a farm. A guy with a childhood. Jerome. Or not Jerome. What's his name? Jeff Wicello. So, yeah. I guess that's it for right now. I'll be back, you guys. Smash the like button. Comment places you'd like to see me explore. And subscribe. See you soon. Peace.